You know what? I wonder. Got it. Thank you. Ugh. How do I... How do I make a sheet public? Not that button. Yes. Okay, so I now have a CSV file. Okay. Actually, let's just start by fetch CSV file. No, I don't want a charting library. I haven't messed with the new fetch API very much. So let's just do a thing. Okay, so we fetch URL, then should get response start extremely simple. So there's that. Let's just run that. We'll get back to parsing in a minute. Okay. 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 The body is a readable stream, eh? Okay, fine. Okay, you've got value. JSON. I wonder, what other formats can I get? No, okay. Too easy. Text might work. Let's see what the body looks like. Do both of them. Let's find out. Oh, text is a function. Alright. And that's a stream. Where's my... I just had it. It is this one. Jesus. Oh, it's a promise. Okay. Wait, what? Why is the text a promise? Oh, is it because I already grabbed it? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. Oh, do I want to look at this? Oh, okay, so it's just a bunch of horrible people. Okay. So, I wonder if I can use this. Is this gonna work? This might get mad. You can always just do it the old-fashioned way. Do this. Okay. This, and then go to contents, split on R. I'd have to. Let's find it. And then cost keys is equal to lines 0 split on commas, and then 4. Actually, that was the pop. Move the last element. Nope. I want. Nope. Damn it. Shift. Yeah. Shift. Okay. And then I can go lines that for each line. That, which actually means I can do this map. Okay. These are excellent variable names, by the way. And then split line is equal to split again on the comma. So then we go objects. No, actually, hold on. Then it's. I don't want to do this. Yes, because it's comma delimited, even an empty item will still exist. Okay. And then you go line dot for each. Call down index. Keys index is equal to call. Should spit out the object. Yeah. And then that should return that. So then I should be able to go like this and go turn. Actually, I can just go like this, right? Promises. Kicking it old school. I mean, I could just do it async away, but I'm trying to keep this working across as many browsers I can without having to put in weird polyfills and stuff, so. Okay. So when I find wherever that is, we can go, then results. Sure. No, don't need that. All right. What does that give me? Why not? For each is not a function. Oh, yeah. I don't know why this calls 3 times, though. That part is weird. Why does this call multiple times? Oh, hold on. That's because I'm in a for each. Makes sense. Okay. So we get this back. We split the lat line. Okay. You know what? Rather than make that difficult, those. That's gonna split this. Actually, you know what? Easier way. Okay. And now I learn about so lat 45, 1, lat 80. It's keeping the quotes in there. Hold on. Automatically republish and changes are made. Yeah. Okay. That is not doing exactly what that said. Bush. Yeah. Is that the same URL? God, I hope so. Oh no. Oh wait, hold on. Excuse me. The GID in singles true is different. That's weird. Okay. It's still doing the 40 thing. G1. Oh, that would do it. Okay. That gives me the, yeah, okay. Okay. Because it should be split in lat and long. I'm not doing anything weird, and yet. See, it's still doing the lat long like that. Why? Yeah, see, it's not... Okay, yeah, stop publishing the document. Start publishing. Yes. Okay. Yeah. It's like cached the result. That's very weird. Fetch, go, cache result. Like I added an entire new column there, which should have worked. Gross. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I didn't want a cache bust. The only resource with the cache busting. Update THP cache with the download source. Yeah, let's just go with that. Oops, that's gonna break. There we go. So now, just clear this like data here. Huh. Okay, so Google's caching some stuff, it seems. Fine. Oh. So maybe that's my problem. Okay, there we go. That's fixed. Long is still broken. Why is long? What? Oh, I put a. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so there is definitely some kind of a cache delay on that, which is hilarious. Yeah, so it's already publishing. So there's probably just some kind of a delay on that, which is irritating. Wait, how old is this article? 2016. Oy. Aha. It takes headers now. That's 2015. Give me modern stuff. Oh my god. April. Good. Oh, it's still cache. Okay, so that is correct. Hmm. Oh, I can force the body back to be a string. Oh. Okay, so what happens if I do that? Oh, hold on. Now it doesn't take a string as a string. Huh. It didn't do any of that. Not that do anything. Okay, so there's just a delay. Is more or less what I'm seeing here. Eventually that space will go away. Fine. But you know what? Here, the index dot trim. We'll get around it for the moment. There we go. So that's going to give us objects back. Cool. Mm-hmm. How do they do that? Okay. Okay. So let's move my garbage data. Are you serious? Oh my god. Paste. Eyes only. Control Shift V. That's what I did. Fine. You know what? I don't care. Alright. Okay. No. Where do I format multi-line? Nope. Nope. I'll figure it out. I never use this. Maybe that. Nope. Ugh. Really? Yep. Alright. Fantastic. Okay. Extremely gross. But whatever. So, what do you give me? Oh, well. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I need to look at the contents for a quick second. And then I actually want to see lines. Yeah. I wonder what this looks like if I go like this and see hidden characters real quick. This. You. It's, hmm. Yeah. A little too simplistic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Can't count that for the moment. What does it look like? Yeah, so if it opens with quotes. Okay. Let's do an additional test here. What happens if I go like, yeah, there to there, doesn't matter. I have to wait for the thing to update. Okay, let's ruminate on this for a minute. I should make myself some tea. Yeah, I was naively splitting on the commas, which makes sense for simple data, but breaks when you start to do stuff like multi-line. Yeah, okay, so we can't do this one. That's our first problem. Hmm. God, I hate using regex, but it might work here. How's this gonna work? Okay, now let's go back to that CSV function. I'm actually just curious to see what this does. I mean, if it works. I'm just curious to see what that does. Will that just handle it? It does. Cool. We're just gonna use that. Alright, so this works better. So we're just going to use it instead of mine. I am not hurt because my function was very bad and naive. So we're just going to go like this, and go accreditation where it is due. Now let's put it on top of the right function. Now the thing is, this is returning, doesn't quite get me to where I need it to be yet, because it gives me actually, here's what happens if I add a second entry. I need to see what the output of this looks like. That's fine. So let's find out. Okay. Good evening, Pokemon Freak. Sorry, you had the most buck-wild Zoom call with your dad. I don't know how to parse that sentence, so... Okay, so this is gonna take, like 5 minutes or something like that to reload. He was excited to show me this cool program that someone showed him. Alright. Yeah, I should probably like... Wait, what? In essence, it was Business Second Life. Imagine a virtual world filled with mildly interesting buildings filled with virtual conference rooms you can rent out. Oh my god. That is just Second Life. It's just Second Life, but there's a dress code. Which I guess is really spitting in the face of Second Life. Minus the sex. You don't know. You don't know. Just because your dad didn't show you that part. Okay, so that's still giving me that. The index 0 thing is weird. I don't know what the hell that is. This is processing the first row. Which Just good start. So you go into here. All right, the data is still an array. So we still actually have to do that part. Okay. CSV array to how's this going? I'm tinkering with the Google API stuff right now. It's interesting. I'm using fetch, and fetch is not respecting my no cache settings. So even though this thing is being published, it takes a while for the data refresh, which makes sense. But my idea is I could... You feel like that's not possible? I don't know what to tell you. Or Google is caching it, like it is not updating the object that I am fetching. Like it doesn't matter if I'm requesting it and saying don't cache my result, gimme, gimme, gimme. Google's like, it's this URL, you get this. So I've set up an extremely simple Excel document because people love that shit. And I've just dumped some of my original data into it. And then I went and grabbed somebody else's CSV to array function because I wrote my own and didn't deal with any edge cases. Yeah, you're right. I could just download it locally and just fetch it from the local thing, but this is fine for now because I have a response, and even while I'm doing this, eventually it'll come back with a new one. But I've got one response, which is enough because it gives me keys is equal to CSV array 0, and then the part I don't know is what is this going to give me after. So increase an array of arrays. God, it's over documented. So it's got a bunch of regexes to split it all apart. And I better just double check. This thing is... Yeah, it's still returning a single entry. Copious regex use, the best way to parse CSV. It's not copious, actually. It's effectively splitting new lines, handling for quoted values, so that it doesn't split on commas that it shouldn't be. That's about it. It's actually not copious, it's just stuff I didn't want to do. Because I had before you showed up, I had an extremely naive function that just split on commas, which works until you put, like, you know, text in. And it was splitting on line breaks, which is fine until you get a multi-line address, right? So somebody else has done the work. So I'm just using their thing. There we go. Now I'm getting two things back. That's what I want to see. Okay. So this is what it's returning. Fine. So we can assume the keys are CSV array 0, and then entries are equal to split? No, not split. Splice? No, not splice. Oh my god. The hell is it called? No, I don't want to filter a map. I'll just look up splice for a second. No, it's slice, isn't it? Oh, you're getting, no. That's not what I want. Yeah, I just wanted to shave the one off, but I didn't want to mutate the original array. That's why, because pop and unshift are destructive. Adds removes items from an array. Okay, so it should just be, yeah, it should just be splice 1? Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to exhibit some vague level of decency. I'm trying not to destroy my parameters that are getting passed in. I'm probably just cloning the... Yeah. Well, this just... That's effectively what I'm doing. Splice will clone the array. Yeah. And then we can go... Actually, no. So I still need to do what I did last time. I shouldn't have deleted that. Oh, well. Entry... Index. I don't know if I need index yet, but... Nope. Core. No, sorry. I don't need the index here. I need the index here. Yes. Return. In fact, I don't even do that. I can just do this. Yeah, functions and functions and functions. All the way down. Alright. Now what do you give me? Not a good start. I missed a return. Okay, cool. Alright. So that all works. So I'm now processing data out of the Excel document, transforming them into a workable object. So then, so we collapse this. I don't need to look at this crap anymore. That code is perfect and will never need to change. So spit me out a pin. Because it's not generating pins properly here. So something is amiss. That all looks fine. Fine. Let's go like this, so I can see what it looks like. Also, that's probably fine to split that out like that anyways, because eventually we could offer the option to pass in a different template string and have it do things. So, what do you give me? Okay. Oh, right, yeah, because it's not title anymore. I have bad data. But I actually think name makes more sense. Okay, good. So we are doing that. More of my template is busted. I'll just fix the template. I don't really feel like doing that. Address. Description is coming in. Cool. So we fixed that. So then we just need to fix the Latin long, which is probably mad because it probably wants numbers, and these are strings. Or I've got my Latin long screwed up again. Oh yes, I do. Because this API is backwards stupid. Pins. Excellent. I now have a poor man's database. Which, I mean, Poker Freak, you'd probably built a much nicer thing with whole API and input things, stuff like that. Which I haven't discounted. I'm just trying to think of if I was someone trying to use this and I was bad at computers, but I knew how to do some Excel stuff. Or technically sound. How dare you? So yeah, like the way I'm looking at it is, if they know how to use Excel, even just a super basic Excel, and they could just put the information in, it can show up here. So I'm trying to keep the barrier to entry kind of lower, because also that means they don't have to spin up a server. Yeah, no, it's true. But also my thing is literally just an index file that needs to go somewhere right now, right? Like, it hasn't done anything. I haven't done anything else to this. This does not require a whole forked setup. Okay, so is yours? You just use the API. Yeah, but what if multiple people want to use it? They have to spin up their own API thing, right? Or share a common database. Yeah. At least the formatting's not doing anything weird, like with me copying and pasting like this. Well, I mean, the formatting does come through. It's obviously all kinds of goofed up. Okay, we'll just do that. And it'll take a while for... Oh, wow, look at that. I actually got all three back. Oh, that's fun. Ooh, how do I do that? Oh, yeah. Yep. That was my own goof. Because of how... There we go. There we go. So this is going to be all goofed up for a little bit. Because when I pasted, I wasn't actively editing the box, and so Sheets is like, oh, you wanted to put each one of those lines into its own line, right? And there's no option to not do that. You have to literally be editing the cell. So that's a little screwed up, but it'll fix itself. Okay, cool. So really what this thing, all this thing actually needs to take is a CSV from a URL currently. Like that's actually all it needs to do. I don't think we're using dataset anymore. Okay, so let's change this to a let. Just go like that, so we keep a snapshot of it, because that's important. Yeah, my whole fuse is busted up from doing this. That kind of makes sense. Does it? God damn it. Come on. Hold on. Yeah, you do all the processing. So yeah, by the time it gets to here, that should... Huh. That's odd. Oh, right. That makes perfect sense, actually. Once I remember that I've changed things to search against. Like this. There we go. There we go. Unbreaking all my crap. Because I can't be consistent with my naming. Okay. What's next? Oh, I'm tired tonight. Don't know why. So actually, I should ideally rename this to fetch file. I F2'd you. Okay, fantastic. What can't I say on Switch? I literally don't know what I said. I have to remind you I am tired. Oh, I F2'd you. Oh, haha. Yep. Yep, alright, fair enough. Okay. So, cool, our data's decided to refresh. So we can scrub that, we don't need that right now. Please keep making me say the joke. If you want to explain it further, I'm not going to stop you. Okay. Oops. Okay. So, technically, if you feed this thing a well-formulated CSV file, it doesn't have to be from Google, which is kind of the first thing. So you could host a CSV file locally or post it somewhere else, or put in a Dropbox or whatever. So that part's good. The template is probably the most difficult one. I don't know if there's a way for me to like do that nicely. The easiest thing to do is whenever I make this generic is have my Google Doc clonable, like just make it a public document, read only, that people could copy. And then they could do what they wanted to. Maybe that's a bad placeholder. I don't know, I think I'm kind of okay with leaving it at this level of complexity, because the only reason you'd need to change this is if you added columns or something like that, and then it's kind of on you to deal with that. Like you could feed, like if I create this template string, like this is, that's what this is, right? It's more or less a template string. You could change this. Actually, could you? How would you do that? Oh, shoot. I wonder. Yeah, because you process the expression at that point, right? Yeah, like you do the expression as soon as you are calculated. Ah, hold on. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. So what's this? So there's a person, there's age, my tag. Oh, wow. 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 Okay. So strings are, oh my god. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. Though, this is just really interesting to learn about. I didn't know you could do this. But this actually goes a long way in explaining how some things I've used without really thinking about work. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that as a future problem. Right now, this is fine, and if somebody wants to go and change it, they can. For now, this is fine. Okay, so what do I want to do next? I could easily do this. If I just have a string and then just do a string replace with find the template and inject key, right? Put the template in the spreadsheet and use manual replacements. Yeah, my actual thought was to eventually expand this to be a little fancier. In doing something like having a sheet 2, which would have like put my categories in sheet 2. Or something like that, and power this thing so that, like, the category in here could be a lookup of the available values of this column. So anyways, filling this in could, you know, type in a valid value. And then in here, you could specify the category and, I don't know, the icon. That doesn't seem terrible. A strings table. Yeah, more or less. So that you could... Yeah. So that if someone were to take this thing, again, thinking about the low fidelity solution for making something that somebody could update without having to ask a developer kind of thing, right? So having different tabs that are just like the configs of this and then pull that stuff in and do something with it. So fashion performant? No, you're right, it's not performant. I could just have a category, like I could make this, I could keep this tab, lock it, so that it's usable in the first sheet for people pumping it in, and hard code that same list into my thing so I don't have to pull it, parse it, etc. Like that's... That would be faster, but yeah, I'm trying to offer a modicum of flexibility, I guess. I don't even know what categories there would be. Hold on a second, real quick. See, food, classes, services, clothing, and beauty. By the way, I got a list of local Blackroom-owned businesses. Yeah, I got one for Guelph. So, food, classes, clothing and beauty, and services. Let's start with that. Food. Glasses. Beauty and... oh my god, what was the last one? Services. Okay. Now, that said, I did get a list of the places. I have started, I'm actually 3/4 of the way done, emailing all of those individual businesses to see if they want to be in this thing. Yeah. I also got to talk to one of the people who was organizing the local Black Lives Matter protest in Guelph for this Saturday. So I'm hoping I can build a good relationship with them to make this a useful tool and maybe actually hand it over to them or someone that they know. Because ideally, though the Reddit thread was, you know, typical garbage, I did get a little bit of useful feedback, which is that a lot of people point out, like, you want to make sure that this is an opt-in thing, because some businesses may not want to be just put on a map, which is fair, right? I don't think that's unreasonable. So studio, don't need studio, I need you. Marker. Offset color, rotation. Icon? I don't want to add custom icons. You have mixed feelings on that? If you want to express those feelings, you're welcome to. I can see it from a bunch of different directions. I'm opting to have it be opt-in, just because consent is important, even if you are, for the best intents, is trying to highlight something. It could be bad. Okay. Box, pin icons. I don't want to add custom icons. If you're on Google, that opt-in thing is failed. Yeah, that's true, but I think the way I look at it for that is that even if you could Google the person, if you don't know to Google them, then even if they are on Google, it doesn't mean you can, you know, find them. You need to know what you're looking for, right? Yeah. Yes, you're right. There are businesses that presumably want to be found. Also true. How in the good goddamn do I add icons? This shouldn't be as weirdly difficult. I don't want to add custom icons. Like, yeah, you can set the background image of this thing, but you must have an array of icons, must you not? No. Background controls. This is weird. What are Mackie icons? Okay, yeah. Download the icons, then drag the SVGs into the Macbox Studio style editor. Okay. Jesus, please us. Yeah. Sorry, Pokemon Free. I was trying to figure out why the hell this would be so difficult to do. I just want icons. Okay. Okay. Download the icons, then drag the SVGs into the Map Studio style editor. Okay, I guess I'll do that. But yeah, so I get it, yeah, because they're businesses, they want to be found, so you would think that they would welcome having their business highlighted. The problem, specifically with the list that I'm trying to generate and the state of the world as it is, some business operators who are black may not want to have their businesses singled out into a finite list if, say, that list were to be found by ne'er-do-wells who want to make their lives hell. That is a legitimate concern about what I'm building, is the fact that it could be abused. So I am attempting to do my due diligence to minimize the possibility of that happening. So if I make it opt-in, then at least those people know they're on a list that some dude just made. Icons. Oh, this is so much. Okay. Style? No, I don't want data. No. Components? Typography? Yeah, the bad guys will be bad no matter what, but I don't necessarily have to give them help, right? So, at least the way I look at it is if people are opting into this list, then at least on some level, they are acknowledging of that risk. Nope. God, I hate that this is the thing. Yes, you're right. Someone else did post the list. But also, that person who posted that list, I mean, I'm going out on a limb to assume that that person probably has some kind of relationship with those businesses. I could be wrong, but this person is part of the Guelph Black Heritage Society. And they're the ones organized in Black Lives Matter, so, or the protest, I should say. So I'm going on an assumption that they made that list, that they know that those people are okay with it, but I'm not them. So me taking that list and doing something with it that could further broadcast them, it's not the same, right? Just because they gave that information to one person to show in context doesn't mean that they're okay with doing it with me. So I'm doing my due diligence, and I've sent out a bunch of emails so far, and I have more to send to see if they want to join. This seems so damn clunky. Can I find something that isn't actually from them? An SVG has been uploaded to the style editor using the images option in the toolbar. Okay. Okay, so hold on. Oh, hold on. So these are all part of the theme. So I have a sugar load of them. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, so this thing has some kind of tile set. I mean, we can see that because we've got like Golf General. But this isn't quite the same thing. This is an icon. This is not a pin. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. This is a weird thing to say. Mapdocs.js isn't in active development anymore, because, I mean, I'm using it. Oh, I guess it's Mountbox GL, right? Okay, this is just to add data to the tile data set. Yeah, kind of gone through all this. Yeah, we've done all this jazz. So those, yeah, those had pins. Oops. Like, yeah, the custom markers is not. Yeah, so the type seems to be the important thing here. And just need to create markers now to the map. Create a document, give it a class. So they're just Jesus. This is not a great solution. It's really not. It's like this has. Hold on. Oh, look at you with your aerial. Cool. Like you've got. I'm actually curious which one's gonna give me which here. So there's our SVG object for the actual thing. Oops, not what I meant to open. Icons. So here's all our SVG shapes, which of course, oops. Sure, open you in Edge, I don't care. So like that's just giving me those, which is not what I want. Web. Okay. So if I want to have, basically what it's coming down to is if I want to have custom icons representing things on the map, I effectively need to create those objects myself. That's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Hey, Scranton, Pennsylvania. Like, I find it wild that Mapbox doesn't have like a default set of icons. Because if I pull up, I don't know, Leaflet. Like this allows you to do custom icons, but they also come with like a list of icons that you can just use. Like there's their pin right there. It's been a while since I've used Leaflet, but design templates. Oh Jesus. AI files. Layouts. Jesus. See, these are all just the individual icons. Okay. I wonder, just for giggles. Cancel. Just refresh. You're fine. I've got this data set. I'll draw a point. What does that look like? Add property. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Alright, so it's not in the data set. It's really irritating. I really don't want to have to generate a whole bunch of icons. But like, I've got this, but I'd still have to make the pins myself. And they're doing some fun stuff here with Place Kitten. Let's see what the internet can give you. Oh, flat icon. Something like this. Those aren't filters, those are just display options. There we go. Free. Usually these are part of a set. What do the buttons do? Browse the pack. Gross. Nope. Oh, good. Radiation. That's an important one to have. Soon. I laughed and then I made myself sad. Well, that's frustrating. Great. Alright. Well, okay. We'll come back to that. Bye, icon name. Okay, one more test. Let's publish the entire document as a CSV. The entire document. What does this look like? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Downloads. Hey, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, stop publishing. Start publishing. Yes. Okay, so this should be the entire document. So that's still saying sheet 1. Entire document. Publish. Yeah. Yeah, that's... I agree. That's my question as well. I want to know what this does. That's very strange. Unless there's, we might be hitting that delay. Because yeah, I'm curious. What this does. Hmm. Yeah, it could literally just be delayed in its publishing. Yeah, okay. Hold on. Hold on. Change the color. Huh. And change the color of a pen. Okay. Let's just mess with that for a quick second. I could take colors. I could take colors if it's not going to give me icons. Okay, so here's a pen. So create a new marker. Pins of color. Oh, Jesus. Okay, set. Okay, how do I pass the options though? Okay, so it must be in here. No idea what that color looks like. Awful. It looks awful. That's the answer. But I can do colors. I'm a little curious. Huh. We could do some goofy stuff with that. Probably. Okay, so we could do colors. Let's leave that in there for now. Okay. Okay, what do you look like now? You still... Same thing, probably. Okay. Second. What the hell is that called? Sheet? Yeah. There's a lot to be said about the amount of things that say import your data in and not get the data out. publish to the web. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Pokemon Freak. Why would we want your data to leave our beautiful system? Yeah. When you publish a chart to the web, people can see the data used to create it. Input change to document. I have to stop publishing it, stop sharing a file, blah 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 blah. Publish the web. Yeah, that should just be working. How old is this? 2014, yeah. Publish, yeah. Ah. Ah. Oh, well, okay, that's to download. That is not quite the same thing. I think. Hold on. You know what? It's time to experiment. On a specific sheet, Anastasia replace key with the document's ID, which I think we're okay with. I think. I mean, that says E. Oh no. Is this my ID? Maybe? Just need to see what that will look like. 1 FXH. Da, 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 da. So none of that's in there, so that could be a problem. Okay. Is this my ID? Yeah. Okay, so this seems like the pertinent part. See if that just works. Sheet 2. That does not look hopeful. Oh. Aren't that? Admittedly, this was from 2016, so God only knows. Okay, so what if I just want to publish sheet 2? What does that look like? Okay, so the sheet has a GUID. Huh. Huh. Okay. Yeah. So when you publish an entire sheet, if it's a CSV, it's just returning the first sheet. You can technically import individual sheets by getting their direct link. Gross. Alright. I'm gonna have to ruminate on this one. I achieved my primary goal for the evening, which was this. Just a monstrous looking thing. Man, it sure would be nice to have Sheet 2 be a thing. And not have to, like, pump in the specific URL for each piece. That sucks. Another option would be to kind of do what I did last time, which is like have a config in here for, you know, category, and then category, and then, oh Jesus, I don't know how to do this. I don't even know how to do this. Make this a lookup. Is it data validation? List from a range. Alright, so if I go like this, and I go like this, and I go like this. Reject the input. Show drop down list. Save. Cool, okay, thank you. So we can do something like this. So you can say it's food, or classes, fashion review, right? And effectively just protect the sheet. Sure. So we could do something like this, where we can add the column in here for people to be able to use, right? Just there you go. God, that's probably going to play merry havoc with my importer. Actually, that's a fun question. What will this do? I hope nothing. So we could do something like this. Oop, my insert's on. Right, and then in my application, just mirror it and just match, like just string match it, I guess, for when category equals X, just return a certain color or whatever, and use that as a filter. It's not ideal, but I think that's less bad than trying to identify the ID of the sheet you want to import and then reconstructing a Google URL for a document. Yeah, I know. I'm describing a lookup table. My problem is I don't like having multiple sources of truth. Right, like ideally, I'd like to have this be a source of truth in both places, instead of duplicating this in another spot, right? Okay, another terrible option would be to export the entire thing as like an Excel document or an open document spreadsheet, whatever. And then use some kind of third-party library for parsing the Excel document. Because then, yeah, I just bring in the entire data source. Why am I considering that? I'm playing with my options. Well, because if I do that, then it becomes easy for the user again. I just say, give me this, like this, and they go, give me this URL, or whatever, right? And paste it into the thing. And then it can figure itself out. Because I'd have access to the entire workbook at that point. This is the grossest version of just saying point me at your database that has a specific schema applied to it. That's more or less what I'm pondering. Does Google? I mean, probably. Oh, right. Not for the web. Pick your language. See if you can... They have browser. So maybe this works. Then I have to do the whole authentication garbage. So yeah, I'd have to do all this stuff, which means then whoever's using this thing, if they wanted to set it up, they would need to basically create their own, like get their own keys and stuff like that. It's an option. Yeah. Jesus. Look at all this. All of this is just authentication. Yep. I'm full aware an XLSX is a glorified XML or XML document thing. I know. It would be absolutely nasty to handle in a browser. It's doable. I know it's doable because I've seen the libraries to do it. In fact, I think I've used one before, but writing to a single range, reading multiple ranges. Okay. So yeah, I could do it this way. That's an option. But again, like, my whole thing is I'm trying to make this relatively easy for someone to set up. Right? Once I start going down this lane, it requires someone with a certain level of ability to set it up. There's another option. Okay. Go ahead. I'm listening. If you sacrifice the ability to make it dynamic on the fly, you could make it so you update offline. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This can run on a mobile device, as it stands presently. I guess, yeah, if you're talking about, like, me bringing an entire Excel document and then doing extremely dark bad magic on it. Yeah. No, that was me just pondering how ridiculous it would be. That's not me. That's not a valid solution to me. I actually think a more valid solution would be to keep it simple, not even have the drop down in it, right? Like, don't even have this. Just let them put parsing CSV isn't great. It's just splits. It's not so bad. And I only do it once. And that could become cached. Right now I'm telling it not to cache, but I could. It's not the worst. Is basically just allow category to become like a free text box kind of thing. So don't even have sheet 2. Don't do this. Just let them put whatever they want in there. And then have a separate kind of JSON object or something like that where I just map like a key value object that someone would have to update if they wanted to map to a specific thing, and then have it fall back to a specific color or something like that. Or, yeah, have it fall back to like the default. Because something else I could do. Yeah, I could leave the drop down. It's that part's like meh. That's neither here nor there. Because what I could actually do is generate my list of categories. So if I'm already okay, here's what I'm thinking. So I've already got a pin, right? We have a pin. Okay, let's just keep this as it looks right now. The publishing should be working. Sheet 1. Yeah, okay, that's... let's just go back to sheet 1. Okay. Right? Yeah, okay. No, come on. Okay, thank you, Jesus. That's broken as hell. Actually, it doesn't matter. That sheet should be the same no matter what I do, right? See, single is true. I wonder what happens if I say false. Hold on. What does that give me? Oh, neat. That's the URL. That's not what I wanted. Neat. Not what I wanted, but cool. Nonetheless. Okay. I'm a hacker now, yep. Okay, so now I'm extra curious. What does this give me? I think it ignores my bullshit. This sheet 1. Sheet 4. Boop. Yeah, it just ignores my bullshit, which is fine. So, what I can do, if I come back to this, and by now that data is surely updated. Okay. Pin, right? Kill that, and like this. Huh. Neat. Okay, let's just stop screwing with that for a minute. There we go. Okay. So I have category, right? So I could technically have an array of categories, right? I can basically go if, actually. Yeah, sure. Actually, I could just do contains, right? No, wait. Is it contains? Index of is probably good enough. I could do like to get a bespoke, since I'm already processing through the pins anyways. I could do this to get a list of categories. Yes, thank you. Yeah. Or really just here then. No, wait. Yeah. I'm tired. I shouldn't even be doing this right now. Shouldn't be coding this tired. So I could create, basically I can have a list of categories, and then I could have actually I could do one better. So I could go like this, and I could say food is equal to 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I don't even remember the other categories right now. Classes is equal to, I don't know, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Right, so I can do something like this as an example. And then what we actually do is if categories like this. So if we don't have the category, right, then we will generate that category, giving it a default color of our choosing. Equal to right, so this way we could set, this is kind of the equivalent of what I was thinking of doing originally in here, right? Is having the category name and then the related icon, or in this case, I'm just going to go with color. And then if it doesn't work, we just make it fall back to, in this case, a gray, right? And then we can set the color to be categories pin dot category. There you go. That's not terrible, is it? That doesn't seem horribly bad. It does require someone to have to, you know, create this. But this could just be an imported JSON object. That if somebody had to edit it, wouldn't be the worst. Right? Like that's a little clunky in and of itself. But I like this more than having to integrate with the entire Google API Yeah, I can't do everything for everyone. You're right, but I think this is the barrier to entry for this is a lot lower than getting someone to set up an access key, a client ID token, and authenticating against Google's API to read in sheets to process this thing, right? That seems like far beyond what I would like to do. One other thing, just as a cleanup thing here, is I should probably like to lowercase all the keys and stuff like that, because like this is generally bad practice, but regardless, it does generally achieve the goal. And then we could even put little indicators like in here, right? So I could make, wherever I do an inject an item, so I make a button, and then I say the inner text is equal to pin name. I could get a little fancier, and I could actually give it a little color indicator beside it. So how would I do this? HTML. I'm just gonna call that dot. Nope. Where's that? I should technically start, since I'm doing stuff like this, I should probably make like a getter or some kind of helper for that. And since it's no HTML, let's be at least a little less terrible. Oh, I'm pretty sure buttons don't like inner HTML. This might have to become, I might have to futz with this. But if I go like this, go dot, button should allow it. Yeah. I could always just make it a div and then give it an ARIA role of button. That gets me around it. Actually, that should make it a circle. Right? Yeah, buttons generally don't allow. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Div. Dot attributes dot add. Nope. No, hold on. I can never remember. Does it add attribute? Set attribute. That's the one. Button. There you go. Yeah, that's gonna be a little weird because I had styles that don't really work anymore. Right? Okay. Oh, right. Inline block. And background color. There you go. I don't know, 5 pixels. And 20 is way too big. 12. There you go. And I could even get fancier if I wanted to. I could have left them as a button and done like a before element with content and then says color or whatever, but eh. So we can now actually categorize or show the category via the icon, and then we can actually do some area labeling to say the icon, what the circle actually represents. Like hovering over it, we could add ARIA labels and stuff like that, so we can do fun stuff like that. So that's that. I think the next thing I'd like to work on is actually being able to filter these under an advanced like toggle, so I can show my categories and turn them on and off. So I can like filter out things instead of just typing. I can say like, show me all the food locations, right? And be able to like turn those on and off and have the map update. Also, I just want to say, unintentionally, I picked some pin colors that really work with this map's theme. I don't know how I managed that, but those look pretty good. Also, I don't know why the font for these just went like Uggo, but I guess because they used to be buttons. Oh, Hey, good news! Buttons allow for the inner HTML. Cool. That's better. You should always try and use the correct element. If you can get away with it. Okay. Actually, yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's just leave that like that for now. Okay. Cool. That's not bad. Not bad for where I wanted to get tonight. I got a little sidetracked with the whole Google Sheet thing, but... So, yeah, the next thing I'm going to do is add the ability to filter out this stuff, not just with views, but also with its category. I wonder if I can do both those together with the extended search. That way I'm only filtering kind of at one time. Otherwise I have to kind of pre-filter the results based off their categories and then filter that if they type anything in here. Which I guess isn't the worst. But it's just a number of processes, I guess. Anyways. I think that's going to do it for me tonight. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back into glitch. No, not IO. Not glitch.io. Resume coding. And then show me a new window. Excellent. So that entire data set is now powered purely by my Google Sheet. So this is actually pulling the data from it, which is awesome. Now that being said, I should probably do a thing here. Which is anonymize my data. You're gonna make me do the thing? Oh, you are actually not going to allow me to do it. Fine, doesn't matter. I'm not formatting this stuff yet. Cool, copy. Thank you, paste. 0. I feel like I can leave the lat longs for now. And then we're gonna go like this and go to... It's, just gimme 2 paragraphs. Thank you. And where was my thing? Actually, hold on. Since I'm not doing any, like, text parsing at the moment. So having dangerous HTML in here is probably not the best. Okay. All right. So this data should update soon enough. Oh, I'm back to doing core stuff. Just double check. I've got a good URL going here. Oh, interesting. Because I requested it last from here, my local host doesn't know how to deal with it. Yeah. Like, yeah, this thing is still technically super unsafe because you could, you know, do bad things with it. I'm just spitting out HTML because I'm being lazy for the moment. I'll probably, I don't know what I would use. Maybe a pre-tag? So that it maintains the white space? I don't know. I'll get there. Oh, fun. So yeah, you can't have it both ways. Scrub the HTML. There's no such thing as effective scrubbing of HTML. There's no good way. The only way to scrub it is to stop it from being input in the first place. And then cores. I mean, I can set the mode on my end for the fetch, but I don't think that's going to make a damn bit of difference. Also, she is publicly yeah. The sheet shouldn't be publicly editable. You're still pulling old data, which is fun. Sorry, disable cache wasn't on? Where are you? What? On the network tab? Oh. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's weird. I'm pretty sure my... Oh, you know what? I probably don't have disable cache. Oh yeah, I do. If disable cache when DevTools is open, that should be enough. There we go. Okay. So that's now been... that. Huh, okay. Cool, whatever. I now have anonymous data. Which is better, because none of those places did opt in. And even though I was using a small subset for demonstrative purposes. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, we will... Oh, next time I work on this, I will add the ability to filter based off of category. So technically you could have infinite categories if we were just going to parse them out. We could even theoretically do some kind of, like, I don't know, base gradient and just use, I don't know, use another library because I'm not doing color math at all, but like figure out all the categories and then generate a gradient of pin colors or something like that. If no pin color was specified, just start at a dark color and work your way up based on number of steps so that each category can have a distinct color or something like that. Or yeah, probably just, yeah, or have like a set of 16 colors and then just can't be more than 16 categories. You could just use those colors, and then if you loop over, like back on itself, just color shift it or something like that, or like lighten it. Like you could do something to be able to reuse it, because 16 is a lot. I doubt there will be 16 categories, but yeah. I'm trying to strike the balance of making this thing flexible versus way too much. So for now, I'm going to leave it as it is and have anything that doesn't have a specified color just be gray for the moment. I'll worry about that later. Yeah, next time on Dragon Ball Z, we will build in the filtering for this so that we can, yeah, open up some kind of filter panel and, yeah, adjust the categories and stuff like that. And if I'm lucky, I might be able to have a couple actual businesses in this data set. But we'll see. Okay, yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight. It is already 12:30. Oh crap. Oh no. Okay. Oh dear. Okay, well, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Thank you for watching. And yeah, you know, stay safe, have fun, and I'll see you later.